Okay, so we have decided to start a special news series on words that Trump supporters should have looked up before the election because now they have decided to start looking up some of these words, but it's a bit late for that,
Now
don't
they're
you think,
finding out.
Mike? Right?
They are
Exactly.
finding out hard because some of these words that we're going to go over in the series, we all learned in like third grade. Granted, we're not going to all remember them, but like, you're going to vote in an
Right.
election, learn a couple of words that you may not understand.
Yes. Very important. So this is going to be a very educational episode, especially
Education
if you
forward.
are a Trump supporter.
We're here to help.
Sure. We'll go with that. All right. So we have two words today that we're going to go over. We're going to do two
Two.
words per episode. Two. So hold on to your hats. I know it's going to be a lot of information,
One first and then the second.
and we'll go very slow for you. Okay. We promise. The first word, very important. You've been hearing it a lot lately. Anybody who's ever heard of World War II
Oh,
or Adolf Hitler
oh,
has heard of this word before. It
mm.
is fascism.
Ah,
Kind of what we're dealing with right now.
mm.
Seems that people elected it. They were like, yeah, we need a
Yay, we
dictator.
like
So
this
we're
word.
going to
This is
go
good.
over, right. So we're going to show you what a dictator is per the actual definition of the word. So we have a couple different similar but different definitions. So the first one we'll go over here. What does fascism mean? Many experts agree that fascism is a mass political movement that emphasizes extreme nationalism,
Hmm,
militarism, and the
hmm,
supremacy of the nation over the individual.
hmm.
This model of government stands in contrast to liberal democracies
Uh-oh.
that support individual rights, competitive elections, and political dissent. Those things
Now,
Donald Trump
it's
hates.
it's very interesting that
He
term
doesn't
liberal
like individual
democracies.
rights.
We may have to add the term just words, but phrases eventually, because liberal democracies. That's what America is. Look it up.
Used to be anyway until you
Oh yeah,
dipshits voted for
yeah.
the fascism part of this. I mean, it was like the most obvious choice
I
for
mean,
president, and
but now
you
you
guys
know
messed it
what
up.
else. So it's very simple. Words have meanings. Sometimes definitions can differ depending on perspective, time, all that stuff. So let's look at a different but similar definition of the word fascism. Often, fascism, a populist political philosophy, movement, or regime, such as that of the fascisti in Italy, that exalts nation and often race above the individual, that is associated with a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and that is characterized by severe economic and social regimentation and by forcible suppression of opposition. Now, I'm going to go back to that because we're going to point out exactly how Donald Trump has, let's say, started to show his fascist colors. I don't know that Donald Trump knows what a fascist is, but I know that his actions show that he is one. Christian
Mhm.
nationalism, he's embraced it. There's a whole group of people in this country that want all of America to be Christian. If ands or buts, nothing Christian. Christians run the country. We are a Christian country. And maybe eventually, once that happens, they'll want to spread that to other countries. What about mass deportation? Well, they want to control populations. Who? Good. We're good. You're bad. Get out. We're going to round you up and kick you out of the country. Women's health care. I mean, do I really got to mention that one? They really kind of don't like women, and they're already dying in mass in Texas, and they're already lying about it. Political enemies. I mean, Donald Trump has said one of the first things he's going to do is go after his quote, political enemies, anti LGBTQ laws. Again, they made the whole thing about trans people. They're all in your bathrooms, booga, booga, booga. No, it's about finding who you want to hate, getting everyone to agree to it, and then making them think they're voting for something better when you're just trying to take control. Fascism is a real thing. It's a real word. It has real
Mhm.
definitions, and we're seeing it for real.
Yes. So you know what else was fascism in writing that we showed to you? It's called Project. You know that thing, Project
Oh,
2025. You remember that?
oh.
Yeah, that's fascism. They actually gave you 900 pages
Wow,
of what they're going to do. And
that's
every
weird.
single bit of it falls under these definitions
See, the
here.
problem is, no, fascists don't come out and go, "Hey guys, we're fascists." They tell you what they're doing, and they hope that a population is dumb and doesn't know what words mean and how to critically think about things. Because they didn't say, hey, we're fascists in Project 2025. But if you look and read it actually and understand it, if you can, you'll see that everything in there is fascist. That's how
Mhm,
this works. They don't wave flags. They don't do these types of informational shows where they teach you the words.
mhm.
That's our job.
Yes,
They're
so
fascists.
these people, and we get over the fact that you were lied to. I don't
It's
understand why you
okay.
guys are mad at us. Like
It's
you
fine.
were lied to by
Get
them.
over it.
Donald Trump said, "I have nothing to do with Project 2025." Now I think he has like 6 people
Yeah.
that were writers of Project
Well,
2025 as part of his cabinet or staff. So
they'll do
we don't
what
want
they're
to hear
doing.
that shit anymore,
It's
right?
fascism. It's not that hard.
Yes, they want to create a white Christian nation, which I know for you racists, that's perfectly fine. You guys are hoping for this kind of stuff, but for
That's great.
most people,
Go suck a muffler.
right, nobody wants this. Like less than 25% of the American population voted for this. And that's what pisses me off because a lot of
Yep.
people have no idea what's coming. So,
Well, now you know.
yeah. All right. So, the next word that
Ooh,
we're going to go over is a
two.
big one.
Remember.
Yes, this is a big one that apparently you guys searched a lot for after the election because before the
Ooh.
election, you took Donald Trump's word for it.
And he's
That,
smart.
yeah,
SMRT.
that tariffs,
Ah.
he told you tariffs are a good thing. Well, he's full of shit, and we don't think he knows what a tariff is. Again, I'm almost 99.9% Donald Trump has no clue. He
I'll
thinks he
say
put a
he
tariff on something.
may have when he was younger. May have.
Maybe, maybe. I don't know. All right.
So what
What
does it
is a
mean?
tariff? Tariffs are taxes imposed by one country on goods imported from another country.
That's
Fair-
important.
tar- Tariffs are trade barriers that raise prices, reduce available quantities of goods and services for U.S. businesses and consumers, and create an economic burden on foreign exporters.
So that first sentence is important because Donald Trump is too stupid. And I hope fellow humans out there who may have not looked up words before today, that you can understand this. A tariff is a tax placed on goods, not the country itself. The importer who
Right.
buys those goods, because that's how this works. If you don't know how business works, how importing works, an importer goes, I want to buy that thing that you sell and bring it to my country. I'm going to buy it from you. And then when I get it, I resell it. So when
Right.
they buy it, they're now paying more taxes for buying that. They don't just go, well, crap, I had to pay 25% more, so my profit's worse. They raise the price to who they sell it to
Mhm.
by 25%. It's
And
really that simple.
yeah, and MAGA is we'll go over this on our new TikTok or MAGA TikTok episode. But
Oh
some of
boy.
these people are under the misconception that tariffs are only going to raise the price of imported goods. Well, I got bad news for you. That's not how competitive pricing works.
No.
If there's no competition or if the competition's prices are now higher, guess what greedy American corporations are going to do? Maybe they'll sell it
Raise
for
the
a little bit
price.
cheaper, but they're gonna raise the
Raise the
price.
prices. There's a
Ah,
reason when you have a road that has 3 gas stations at an intersection, they all basically have the same price. One of them is usually like a few cents lower than the others. But then,
right?
like tomorrow, one of the other ones will have it. They just play around for a few days with a few cents. Now you understand the essence of capitalism. The competition doesn't dictate the price. The people who make the money dictate the price. They all just agree what the price is going to be, and they all rise up to meet it. Because if one's
Mhm.
too, they want to make it too. If you can get that, I can get that. Tariffs are bad. They literally erase the whole purpose of that, and it just makes it worse. Who bears the burden of tariffs? While tariffs are often described as a tax on foreign businesses and do place an economic burden on foreign exporters, the costs are often borne by consumers in the country that should say importing them or imposing the tariffs, actually. Tariffs directly increase the cost of domestic sales by artificially increasing the price on imports.
Ah,
It it's like really not that hard. You're not
mhm.
using it as punishment to the other country. For example, if legally for some reason you were allowed to import cocaine, You could put a tariff on the importing of cocaine in hopes that people would be like, ah, crap, it costs too much. We're not going to do that anymore. See what I mean? You don't you don't put tariffs on things like
Right.
computer circuitry and raw materials to make phones. That's stupid.
Yeah, and man-child Donald Trump thinks that he's being a big, bad, tough guy, telling the other countries that you're
I'll
gonna
get
pay
you.
more.
No.
You're gonna pay higher prices because I'm putting a tariff on your product. While everybody else, like literally every economist on the planet, is like, you're an
No.
idiot. That's not how it works, bro. But that's what you voted for. That's what higher prices. You were told lower prices. You were promised lower prices. You
That's
were
it.
promised no
Yeah.
taxes on
The guy who
overtime.
sells $900 sneakers he bought off Temu and white labeled is really known for making sure he's going to keep the prices low on things. Okay, great,
Right.
great.
And don't forget you're not gonna get there's no tax on overtime because you're not gonna get overtime.
Well,
Um
a Trump judge already struck that down. So notes. So we're
mhm,
going to have tariffs on everything. You're not going to get paid to work. You're not going to have jobs, but it's okay because he'll show them mean other countries who's boss.
right.
Mm.
Just wait until they find out that Trump and them want to eliminate the minimum wage. They haven't even heard that one yet, but you will hear it on this show because we talk about these things.
Oh
This
man,
is what we do. We wish you would listen to us progressives.
we're just
You
trying to
want to
help.
own the right. You owning the libs, literally, possibly, you may have tanked the entire world's economy. This is idiotic. So that's all we're going to go over today. Okay, so fascism and tariffs, things you should have looked up before the election.
Yeah,
So, and you weren't so busy trying to own the libs by voting for Donald Trump, we wouldn't be in this freaking mess.
but it's okay.
All you had to do was listen.
It's
That's
okay.
literally all you had to
It's
do. But
okay.
no,
We are going to help educate the MAGA base. We're going to do
yeah,
our part to get them to understand how they're screwing everyone, including themselves.
okay.
So,
And if you get mad at what we say, good. I
yeah,
hope it hurts. I hope you feel very, very silly. I can't say how I really hope you would feel
very silly,
because,
you.
yeah, because I want to say something else, but I don't want to get us in trouble. Yeah. So next time, maybe listen
Yeah,
to the libs instead of trying to own the libs
that's
all
all
the
right.
time.
And also, soon, next week, probably, we'll have 2 more words. We're going to make this something regular because there's a lot of words we don't think MAGA knows. A lot. Like, a lot.
A lot.
So, we're going to have fun with this.
All
Hope you
right.
did too.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to, if you could, share the video on other platforms. It helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. Every time you click that copy link, it signals the algorithm that something's happening.
All
And
hell the
yeah,
algorithm.
right. Exactly. So that's all we have. We will see you next week for another couple words. Other than that, have a good day and we'll talk to you soon.